Hello and welcome to the OffTheMark podcast. I'm here with Fred.
Yup.
This is a bit of a weird week because I know it's incredibly short, but we didn't have an episode planned for this week, and I just spent the last hour fumbling, because we tried to pull something that I had vaguely planned for a month from now, and we tried to do it now, but it needed far more preparation than we kind of had, because I was hoping there'd be news this week. I didn't have this plan. I just planned for way in advance. You'll get that next week where I pitch my sequel series. But last week, right after we'd spoken with Micah, we recorded a quick off-the-mark clips which never went out to you in regards to Michael Keaton's Batman. Everything we knew at the time. It might be slightly outdated, but it's probably the best we've got right now. Like, yeah, it's just a few problems, no news, whatnot. From now on, I will have a backup plan for every week. Yeah. So, just watch this now. We just got off the back of recording the other one. Micah, he was a great host that episode. His links are below, as you'd expect. So I'm going to read you the news. So, the first story to roll out was the story of Andy Muschietti. The Flash follows Ezra Miller's Barry Allen as he travels back in time to prevent his mother's death. However, he inadvertently creates another universe protected by Michael Keaton's Batman, now 30 years older. Keaton may be playing Batman in a mental capacity and appear in multiple movies outside The Flash, with Batgirl said to be one of the choices being considered. And Batgirl is supposedly going to be the active Bat Family member at that point. So my thoughts on this consist of, in everything we've read, it's just skipped over Flashpoint. It's like, after Flashpoint, Michael Keaton. And not just sort of, like, it's not giving information on, it feels like this is just, okay, we're going from here to there, who cares about the middle?
Yeah. I kind of feel like I don't want them rushing it, because if they rush it, then all it's going to do is make it a mess.
Yeah. People have been saying for ages, though, that it's going to feel more like the show Flashpoint, the show's version of Flashpoint, rather than the actual Flashpoint. And the show's Flashpoint is just so we can say Flashpoint and jump from here to there. And it's like, well, there's no purpose to it other than skipping. And also, that was Micah. You may have seen that on screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just feels like a jump, like you're jumping from here to there. Without, you're not thinking. Flashpoint is such a rich story that you could build a cinematic universe around it.
Yeah,
there's so many stories to tell within Flashpoint that.
So it's rather interesting, because obviously, I'm assuming you've seen the animated film.
Yeah, I have. I love the animated film.
So would you rather it's more like the animated film or more like the comic?
I'd rather it be more like the comics. So the thing I love most about the comics was it wasn't just Flashpoint. There was also a Flashpoint Batman book that told you the origins of. So there was a book on Batman that showed you how that Batman came to be, and it was great.
Yeah.
Because this is a universe in itself that deserves so much more time than it's ever gotten, and I genuinely think if you were to, okay, let's do Flash film. Flash 2, which is in 3 years after, every film in between is in Flashpoint.
Yeah.
And then, because I think if you do that, The Flash, Part 1 and Part 2 are both billion-dollar films.
Well, think about this. You're gonna have like a lot of actors who are in DC films inside of Flashpoint.
Yeah, but that's why you can span it over a couple of films. So yeah, you have. So in that 3-year gap, you obviously have a Batman film, but I think you could get Jeffrey Dean Morgan or whoever to be in that first Flashpoint. You don't have to include the Aquaman and Wonder Woman stuff. That can be in its own separate film.
I think, you could. I think you could split. This is an interesting idea, which I was going to talk to you about. I want to know if you thought this would be a cool idea. If you have so you have the first film is obviously Flashpoint, and what happens is at the end he runs back, but it just cuts off there, so it doesn't show you where it goes. It doesn't show you where the Flash is going. It just cuts off with him trying to run back in time, and then it just cuts there. And then the second film is where like it reintroduces like him, like obviously it just starts off with him just like running like back to that moment so that everything can be redone all over again.
Oh yeah, there's way too much content in Flashpoint for it to just be one film.
Yeah.
I think it deserved a whole season of Flash. It deserved that whole season because the rest of the season was an absolute dumpster fire. But Flashpoint is way more interesting. But they rushed it, and they're gonna rush it by making it just one film. That's the benefit of comics. I like the Flashpoint animated film, but it does feel rushed. But at least it's better than everything else we've gotten, apart from the comics, obviously. And I feel like they're just not going to do it right.
Well, actually, here's an interesting thing that you can actually consider, which anyone who's listening, this is actually a very valid point. Any of the current DC animated films, so that's from Justice League War all the way to Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, that is technically Flashpoint effect.
Yeah.
Because in Suicide Squad Hell to Pay, you have a Reverse Flash who actually says that in another timeline, he was killed by Thomas Wayne Batman because of the Flash, and the Flash ran back in time and reset everything, and that's what gave us these films. So, technically, if they did something similar to that, I think, because of a lot of positives that people have said to it, it would actually be quite cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. On top of Keaton's Batman, though, I'm actually really excited for that, and I'm excited for a good Batgirl.
I am as well.
Like, Keaton, yes, he kills, and yes, I hate it. See, I'm not a effing hypocrite. I hate both. I hate every instance where he kills. But I'm excited for Keaton, because I think he's a more established. Everyone knows Michael Keaton's Batman. We're not chucking you in with a 50-year-old Batman straight away. A lot of people have seen those films, and it's going to boost them because we already know the origins of this universe, at least to an extent.
Yeah.
Like, you can say Batman 89 is canon to the DCU, and that's great. And Batgirl is one of my favorite characters in comics. Same with Dick Grayson, Nightwing, and I think we'll probably get both. I think I could imagine us getting a Batgirl and Nightwing show, or not show, a film, to show how they've taken the mantle of Batman. And I think that's great. Look, we're getting a young Batman in Pattinson who's not going to be in DCU. So yeah, I'm fine with having that old Batman now because we're going to have this old wise Batman running at the same time as a young Batman who's going through the works, even though it not being connected to the DCU, Pattinson's Batman, I mean, probably means he won't get a Robin, let's be honest. I think Warner Brothers would have forced a Robin in. I don't think Reeves would have wanted one, and I want to see a Reeves Robin, but I just don't think he would choose to do it.
I think, I'm not gonna lie, there's the main thing that I do really want for the DCEU is to have like just our normal Batman. So obviously I quite like, obviously I quite liked Ben Affleck's Batman, and obviously if he did come back, I'm all for that. I'm happy with that. But if they decide, oh yeah, we're getting like a new actor just to be like a modern day Batman, I'll be like, okay, if they're a good actor, then I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But I think it depends on how people feel. I'm not gonna lie, they could turn around and just say, "Oh yeah, so Pattinson's Batman will be in the DCEU." But I think it's obviously with everything how it's going, it's up in the air. Like they could say, "Oh, he's not," but then they could say, "Oh, he is," but then turn around and say, "But he's not," but then turn around and say, "Oh, he is now." So
I'm just gonna send you my pitch for Batgirl. Not like a actress. It's gonna be in a different conversation because this is a bit complicated because we're still in a chat with Micah technically. So I've just sent you. What do you think of her?
So is this the normal chat or our?
I put it in. I sent it directly to you.
Oh, okay. Oh, her, because she played Jasmine in Aladdin.
Yes, Naomi Scott is one of my favorite actresses, and I think she'd
Here's
be
the
great.
interesting thing. I think, not gonna lie, you could have her as the DCEU. Oh, actually, not DCEU. As the Batgirl. But I think she kind of would link quite a lot to Gordon
Pattinson's.
in Pattinson's.
Even though I'm pretty sure they've already cast Barbara Gordon. I seem to remember they've not cast
Have they?
Barbara Gordon, but I think so. There's an actress that's been cast that they're being really shut up. They're being really quiet about, who I think is supposed to be. I think is going to be Barbara Gordon. But hey, if they don't have a cast, Naomi Scott would be perfect for that role in any universe. I just want to see her done well. I want to see her in an MCU or something, or just anything good that she'll be locked down to an 11 film contract.
Yeah. I think obviously there's a lot of potential for different characters and different actors to come in and do their work and their interpretation of the character. So
Go on.
yeah, obviously at the moment it's just up in the air.
Imagine though, as Naomi Scott playing Batgirl as the Bat family member of the Justice League. I think that'd be fun. Because Batman's never really led the Justice League, not really, except in the film. But even though I think in comics, Bruce always tells Nightwing that he should one day lead the Justice League, which should also be fun. So to get one of them two as in the Justice League would be so fun. It'd be so interesting because it's not something the MCU would have done. We'll start off with this. Well, it's kind of like Ant-Man having Hank Pym be old. But I think this is a more interesting way of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much more to say because this is probably how long we would have spoken to about it on a proper episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cut. Now outro.
So,
This was a quick little thing. Sorry about the outdatedness and stuff, but that's all you've got this week. Say goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you next time.
See ya. Bye. I've been Luke. He's been Fred. Bye.